Hi, this is James, and I'm back with another Masking Tape Treasures. First and foremost, I want you to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit my cash out. Help a brother out. Help a brother out with $1, $2, $3, or $5. All right. Okay, today is we're going to be talking about a company that does de-extinctions. You know, they sequence genomes and everything like that. And that's colossal. Colossal. All right. They're talking about bringing back the uh the dodo bird, the Tasmanian tiger or thylacine, the and the woolly mammoth. All right. I don't know if they can do it, but they have sequenced the genome of many animals. Yes, they sequenced them. Now it's they got to be able to bring them back. You know, they haven't done it yet, but they have successfully cloned ibex. Okay, which was a something like a ram or a goat or something like that, but it didn't survive. It died within hours of his birth because of a lung defect it had. You know, but man, it was that was a magnificent breakthrough. You know, that was a magnificent breakthrough. You know, but it lasted a couple of hours and then it passed away. But they have successfully cloned an ibex. Yep. Yeah, like on the island of Mauritius Island, there was a bird. It was called a dodo. They were big birds. They were big, like they were like 2 feet tall, and they were big, and they had big beaks. These birds lived on Mauritius for years and years. In 1598, the Dutch came over there to the island. I don't know if it was something wrong with their ship or what, but they ended up landing on that island. And when they went on the island, they discovered the dodo bird. You know, they discovered the dodo bird. Now, so they started killing them. Now, the dodo birds had no natural enemies. They had no natural predators or nothing. Nothing bothered them for years on this island. And man had to come over there. So they got there, and needless to say, they were easy targets. You can take a stick and walk up to them because they wouldn't run from you. They wouldn't run from you. They weren't afraid of you. And they just club them over the head and took them out. And I heard that their meat wasn't good. Their meat was tough. It was greasy, and it was just a terrible. It'll make you throw up to eat it. But if that's all they had to eat, they had to struggle through. That's all they had to eat. But needless to say, in 60 years from 1950, 1598, 60 years after, they was totally wiped out. No more. But Colosso is talking about de-extincting them. They're trying to bring him back. Bring him back. They're gonna uh they're gonna put it in a pigeon because I heard that the dodo bird were giant pigeons. They were pigeons. So they're gonna place the chick inside of a pigeon. I don't know. I don't know. Also, Colosso is talking about de-extincting the woolly mammoth. I'm sure y'all know what a woolly mammoth was. There was these big elephant-like creatures that used to roam around, but they were more better adapted for cold weather. The woolly mammoth, they were better adapted for cold weather, and their blood was adapted for cold weather. So their blood stayed at a constant temperature. I don't know what killed the woolly mammoth. I don't know if it was man, if it was the environment, or was it maybe an earthquake or a comet. But I think it was a combination of habitat change and man killing them, because too much stuff couldn't kill the woolly mammoth. You know, they couldn't kill the woolly mammoth. So humans, when they developed spears and stuff, you know, they took them out. But Colosso has successfully uh, generated their genome too. They got their genome. So they're talking about doing it. Like, look, they keep saying, oh, yeah, in the next 10 years, we'll have one. I don't think it's going to be, I think more like maybe 20, 30 years. That's what I think. Okay. 20 or 30 years, maybe they can successfully get one of them, at least. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, they plan, Christmas is Colosso is planning on using an Asian elephant. Asian elephant is the closest living relative to the woolly mammoth. Not the African elephant, not the jungle elephant, or any other elephant that's alive today. The Asian elephant is the closest living relative. But the Asian elephants are endangered too. So if they implant an egg into the female Asian elephant, you never know what chance that's taking on them, you know, or maybe something could go wrong or something. You need to preserve the animals that we have today instead of trying to bring back animals. But I'm all for it, but they need to consider that, you know. Yeah, they're gonna implant the embryo in a Asian elephant and have it become to full term. That's going. They said it's going to be like, it's going to look like a mammoth, but it may be a mammothon, a mammothon, a mammothon, or whatever they say. But that'll be unique. I would love to be still here on this earth when they do it. You know. Yeah. All right. Then Crispus is. Why do I keep saying Crispus? Colosso. Colosso is thinking about de-extincting the Tasmanian tiger. They say they're close to it. They're close to bringing the Tasmanian tiger back. They say within 10 years again. So you never know. You never know. Yep, because the last Tasmanian tiger died in 1936. His name was Benjamin, and at the zoo they left him out and he froze to death. But yeah, they're trying to bring the Tasmanian tiger, the thylacine, back. Which the thylacine is my favorite animal. Okay, my favorite animal, and they're trying to bring him back, and they're going to put him into a Dunnart. A Dunnart. A Dunnart is a small marsupial, like it's like a rat. Like, it's kind of small, but and it hop around and stuff. But it's a carnivore, but it's very small. I don't know how. Well, I know how they're going to do it. They're going to put it in a Dunart, put the implant it in a Dunart and let the Dunart raise them up. Now look, with marsupials, which the Tasmanian tiger, the thylacine, is a marsupial. Marsupials are unique animals, because they give birth. When they give birth, their embryos are small, like this, like this. I don't care how big it is. Even kangaroos are marsupials. Kangaroos, Tasmanian devils, wallabies, and even some closer to home, possums are marsupials. Possum. So when they give birth, their babies are this small, really small, really small. And the baby, they give birth to the baby crawls up their body, crawls up and gets in a pouch. They get in their pouch, and they attach themselves to the nipple and drink milk inside of the pouch. And they stay in the pouch until they grow. Man, it can be fascinating. Nature can be very fascinating sometimes. They attach to that, and then they drink milk, and they stay in there for a couple of months. Then they get big till they come to their size. Now the Dunnart is very, very small, but they still have the same size babies as the Tasmanian tiger. So baby will crawl up into the pouch, and then they did. Now when he gets bigger, they're planning on raising him with a bottle. They planning on bottle feeding him. So they said 10 years, so we'll see. Shoot. Okay, also there was a Dugan or a sea cow. The sea cows that swim in the water. They're sirens or something like that. They're called the Steller sea cow. The Steller sea cow. The Steller sea cow was they were found in the Bering Sea, close to shore. They was close to shore because they were so big. They was huge animals. They were about 30 feet long, okay? And they weighed between 8 and 10 tons, okay? So these were huge animals. And they stayed close to shore because actually they couldn't swim fast and they needed fresh water. So they were in the Bering Sea is like salt, but closer to the shore was like fresh water. Okay? Fresh water. So they would swim and they couldn't fully submerge themselves either. They couldn't go completely underwater. So usually their back was sticking up. Their back was sticking up. So when they would swim and they would eat the sea grass, the seaweed and stuff like that, they would eat that. Then a ship came around. Of course, man was involved, and they start killing them because actually I heard that their meat was delicious, delicious, and it was and the blubber was good too. And the blubber they can use it to make oil, cooking oil and stuff like that, or oil to light their lanterns with and stuff like that. Now, keep in mind, these sea cows were in an area where it really wasn't that many of them anyway. It really wasn't that many of them. But a small population lived in the Bering Sea, you know, and they successfully wiped out all of them. All of them. It was terrible. It was terrible. The dodo bird. The dodo bird was wiped out in 60 years. Totally gone. Wiped them out. Yep. Colosso has raised. They got to raise $150 million to do this. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Well, the Steller sea cow, they were hunted. They were hunted. They were discovered in 1741. Okay, discovered in 1741, and in 1767 they were totally wiped out. You see what man does? All they do is wipe out stuff. Well, I don't know. 1767, gone. But maybe they can clone them and bring them back. I don't know. I haven't seen them successfully clone anything for a long time, except that ibex. So I know it can be done. The thing is, the older an animal is that it died, the longer it died, the hardest it is, because their genes would fragment. They got to put them together. You know, DNA don't last long. I think it lasts for maybe 100 years or 70 years or something like that. DNA would start degrading. Just so happened the Tasmanian tiger died in 1936. So there's a good chance that they could get, sequence his DNA. It's a good chance. But the back in 1598, stuff like that, I don't know. It remains to be seen. Okay. Then there was a bird that was the most abundant in North America. They were in the billions flying around. When they would fly around, a cloud would come over like a city or something like that. That's how many it was. Then man discovered that they were tasty. That was the passenger pigeon. The passenger pigeon. They would take shotguns and shoot them in the air. Didn't even look. Didn't have to look. Just say bang, and they would fall. The passenger pigeons. I heard the meat was very tasty, very very tasty. They loved it, and it was enough to feed the homeless and everybody. They really start slaughtering them. So they wiped those out within maybe 30, 40 years. Wiped all of them out. All of them. Then in 1940, 1914 was the last passenger pigeon. His name was Martha. They had the last passenger pigeon in a zoo. And when it died, along with it died a whole race of birds. Billions of birds have been reduced to one solitary bird. And Well, they talking about cloning the passenger pigeon too. I don't know. I don't know. But they haven't been too successful with cloning birds. Now maybe they can clone a mammal or something like that, but I don't think they've been too successful in cloning birds because birds have a unique reproductive system, with them laying eggs. So maybe they can do it, but they're planning on taking an egg from a carrier pigeon or something, and maybe injecting it into the egg. I don't know, but I wish they could. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of them, especially the woolly mammoth, and especially the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger. Those are the ones that I really want to see. And I want to see the mammoth too. But I really want to see a thylacine because that was a sad fate for the thylacine. They thought the thylacine was killing their sheep, but really, it probably was the dingo because the dingo was introduced to Australia too. So the dingoes and the wild dogs and stuff was killing them. See, like the Tasmanian tiger, they had a big jaw. They had big mouth, but their jaw was weak. They had a weak bite. So the only thing they could kill was rats, rabbits, and stuff like that. But they blamed it on Tasmanian tiger. Then after they got them totally extinct almost, guess what? The sheep kept dying. The sheep kept getting killed because it wasn't them doing it. It was something else. Maybe it was predation from the dingo or wild dogs and stuff. I don't know. There's a whole lot of extinct animals that maybe they could potentially bring back. We just got to sit and wait. I wouldn't hold my breath though. Okay, I wouldn't hold my breath. But just maybe we can see another woolly mammoth walking the earth. The woolly mammoth could potentially slow global warming down. They can if they can get a large population of them together and send them back to where they come from over in the where it stays cold, like the tundra over in Alaska and stuff like that. And if they can send them back over there and let them go, and if they can do their magic, because they take their tusk and they mostly move the snow around and stuff. They say it could combat global warming. So, and that's the benefits they said that they say that the Tasmanian tiger could potentially be another apex predator and could bring the rat population down and the rabbit population. Then they say the dodo bird, they ate certain seeds from a tree, so they could bring those trees back. You know, because when they eat the seeds or eat the fruit from the this particular tree, they poop it out, and then they germinate. So that's good with them. As far as the passenger pigeon, I don't know what they could do. I think they just want to bring that back, the passenger pigeon. I don't know. Stella Sea Cow was killed for nothing, you know. So I don't know if they can bring those back, but I hope they can, because I would love to see one. I love to see one. Yep, a lot of animals, a lot of animals. But I love this subject about de-extinctions and extinct animals and stuff like that. I've studied extensively on it. I studied a lot, on it because I was very interested in it. But hopefully, we can bring some of them back. Maybe they'll keep them this time. All right. Okay. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time that I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos so that everyone will be able to get the experience of the Mask and Tape treasures. Let people know about my videos so they can subscribe to my channel. And hit that Cash App. Hit that Cash App to help a brother out to get more material so I can better do my Mask and Tape treasures. All right? Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair dance.